maybe have about a year, maximum 12, if that many?
Well, last year we had 20, but we're hoping to lower it by maybe 10%. So we're looking forward for a better year this year.
So where are you currently in terms of absolute?
So in terms of murders, we are up by 1. We are 8 opposed to 7 last year. Our shooting has increased by 2, 8 opposed to 6 last year. As also a rate, 7 opposed to 5 last year. So we have seen an increase in those areas, and we have employed various strategies to combat those activities that are taking place in some areas that are not known for violence.
Is it because of criminal migration, or we have seen sometimes that gangs are just emerging in new areas because other areas are becoming inhospitable? What's the situation?
Definitely. We have seen an increase in migrant criminals. This is as a result of the proactive approach by higher command, dismantling and disrupting criminal organizations within our division. So we have seen persons as far as from St. James, which we have apprehended within the division. Last month, about 4 wanted persons we have apprehended so far. 2 of that are from St. James.
Interesting. So, the numbers are going down nationally,
Definitely.
but there may be some areas which would experience slight increases, but this is not beyond your capabilities and capacity to bring under control. But I have every confidence in you and your team, and the next time I'm here, I'm expecting to hear that the numbers have gone back.
Definitely, you will see that.
All right, keep up the good work.
All right, thank you, sir.
Very good.
So we are doing this on James. Yes? So, this is where we are. The labor right Sit down, sweetie, where you chat now. There, sweetie.
It's not morning, it's afternoon now. So I want everybody to be very, very quiet so that you can hear our Prime Minister when he speaks. I want everybody quiet so we can hear Yellow Man's family when they speak. I don't want to hear no noise, please, because this is a special morning. I'm going to give you one chance to make noise now. Welcome our Prime Minister.
Third time. No.
I have to make sure that our Prime Minister knows that the level of work he is doing is not one house. It is 3 houses ready today. 1, 2, 3. And the 3 houses are for people who deserve it. People who truly deserve it. Let it be understood that what he, our Prime Minister, has done, he has created history. He has made us understand what it is to care. He has made us understand what it is to tell the truth in politics.
Yes.
And leadership.
Yes.
I don't have to talk much. Because all of you know what I stand for.
Yes.
We are going to use the example that this government has set to change St. Thomas, to change rural life, because it's not just urban life. And I'm not going to call nobody ghetto life or inner city, but I can talk about what we know in Whitehall. Urban life is very, very different in its challenges to rural life. And when a Prime Minister is bringing homes of quality and this standard to rural Jamaica for the needy, it is a change. That is the change. I don't want our Prime Minister to have to talk so loud. Because he has 1, 2, 3, 4 more like this to do.
Yes.
He's coming from St. Mary last night and he's going long into East St. Thomas. So welcome him again and let us rejoice in what's being done in Whitehall.
Hi, good afternoon everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm the daughter of Jennifer Phillips. This is my mother. And okay, afternoon again everybody. My name is Alicia. I'm the daughter of Jennifer Phillips. This is the person who's receiving the house today. On behalf of my mother and my entire family, I just want to say a big thank you to all the persons who work tirelessly in the paperwork process and all the process in making this house what it is today. I just want to say a big thank you on behalf of my family and also to our Honorable Prime Minister. Thank you so much for this kind gesture. My family and I are very appreciative of it. Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit. Why was your mother selected and what's her circumstances? What justifies her getting this house?
Okay, alright. So my mother has suffered 2 strokes in the past 2 years. The last one being December 31st, where she got a brain injury. She has a memory loss problem where most times her long-term memory is what is really there. Her short-term memory is not there, and she's not able to recall stuff properly, and she's in some cases not able to move around properly, which is the reason why she was selected. She has lost mobility in some aspect. She is not able to do her normal job that she usually does, and this was one of the prime reasons why she was selected for this house program.
Okay.
All right, Permanent Secretary.
Thank you so much, Prime Minister. Good afternoon, everyone. I want you to listen to me very, very closely. The new social housing program is one of the most successful and impactful programs that the government is rolling out. And you can see today, Jennifer is testimony to that fact in terms of the lives that we are positively impacting. The beneficiaries here and for the others that we will hand over today, that the Prime Minister will hand over, are deserving. There is no voice of dissent. There is no beneficiary fraud because of the stringent processes that we apply in the ministry. The social investigation is done. The applications are thoroughly scrutinized by a project oversight committee which is chaired by a technocrat and consists of persons from other ministries such as the Ministry of Labour, from other entities such as the Heart NSTA Trust, such as persons from the Ministry of Education. What we are rolling out is a very comprehensive program Because when we go around, we look to see those persons who are most needy, who are most vulnerable. To date, we have constructed 293 houses. There are 43 others that are very near completion. And there are also 65 others which are at various stages. These are to commence very shortly. And so when you add up that, you are going to see that in short order, we would have constructed a little over 400 houses. Now this to me is a significant achievement. Okay, so I know a lot of you are social media savvy and you would have been hearing various things about the program, and so I'm here this afternoon to set the record straight as to the impact that this program is having. Now, Prime Minister, who is also the Minister of Housing, has said to us in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, build the houses, more houses, and build them at a faster rate. So I'm here to tell you today that we have adhered to what the Prime Minister has said. And as a matter of fact, where houses were taking months to complete, we can now do a house in a little over 3 weeks. If that is not an achievement, I go to this house, the contractor who is here told me this morning, and I knew this already, that this took 5 weeks to complete. Now this is a proper house, you know. 5 weeks, and because of the terrain, it took a little longer. So I'm saying to you, hold faith, have heart. As the program is the hope program, I want you to maintain that hope, because more houses are coming, and they are coming to you at a faster rate. Yes, we have issues, but this particular modality, which is a single detached unit, the beneficiaries must come with their own land. And this sometimes poses a challenge, because we have to have the beneficiaries having either they own the land or they have permission to use the land through a deed of gift, for example. And so for this modality, the challenge is that sometimes the people do not own the lands. All right? The challenge also, because the construction sector is doing so very well, sometimes we can't find a suitable contractor who will take on what they consider as small work. And so I have had to terminate a number of contracts that come to me because they are taking too long. The contractors are taking too long to commence the works. We have employed other modalities, the relocation of vulnerable populations, for example, and also the upgrade of tenements. And I want you to follow the social media that I know you're following. So you would have seen us rolling out the various modalities. So if it is not the single detached unit, it's the upgrade of tenements, it's the relocation. The government now is in a very active process of looking in our land banks, which we already have, to see where available lands are. Of course, some people don't want to relocate, but that is another conversation for another time. But I just want to tell you here today, because we are very passionate about the work that we do, because when you work with PM, you have to be passionate about the work that you do. And so we in the ministry are very, very passionate. Several of my team members are here today. And so we say, Jennifer and your offspring, we celebrate with you today. Keep faith and hold out and hope, because the houses are coming at a quicker rate.
Well, after that explanation, there is very little for me to say, other than to endorse what the Permanent Secretary has said. Now, this program is a demonstration of the government's commitment to providing housing for all segments of the housing market in Jamaica. So there are some people who can go to the bank, get a mortgage, and buy their house. They have their deposit, they are fine, they qualify. There are some persons who are not able to go to the commercial bank all on their own. So those persons would need the support of the NHD to help them with reduced interest rates and various other programs to allow them to get access to the house. And then there are persons who they may have just started, they may have a job, but they are young people, and even with the benefits provided by the NHD, they may still need some support. And then there are persons who have no income or very low income, and those persons may be elderly, they may be pregnant and lactating, they may be persons with disabilities, there may be persons whose house would be at risk of flooding and other weather events, and there may be persons whose home was destroyed by fire, they're not able to rebuild, and those persons would require what is called a social house. That is support from the government, which would amount to almost 100% subsidy of their housing or shelter. The range of social housing starts with the government providing drop-in centers for our homeless people. Minister Mackenzie is doing quite a bit of that under local government, where we have built several drop-in centers in Kingston, in Montego Bay, where homeless persons can go and get shelter, they can get a bath, they get food, and sometimes even medical attention. Then again, under local government, we have a system of infirmaries. Right here in this parish, you have an infirmary where persons who are ill or who get old and are shut in, some of them, they can't move about, they have no family to take care of them. The government provides that shelter. But then we estimate that there are about 6,000 households in Jamaica where people live under the worst of the worst conditions. They may not yet be a candidate to be put in an infirmary, but where they live, you wouldn't live there. You would say, boy, my situation bad, but there is worse. And this is what the new social housing program is targeted at. So if you notice the persons who have benefited from the new social housing program, it is not just that you don't have the income to build a house, but we have helped quite a number of persons who are victims of domestic abuse, for example, quite a number of persons with disabilities, quite a number of persons who have been struck with illness, as in the present case. And we have assisted now, we have started a new dimension of the program, which is not just to transform a house in a yard, but to transform an entire tenement or big yard. And we have gone now 3 of those. We have started, well, we have completed 1, and we have now 3 of those under construction. We will begin very shortly another dimension of this program, and this is the new social housing program for tourism workers, because you would know that the tourism industry went ahead of the development of housing for its workers. So in the traditional and conventional development of tourism in Jamaica, we built the hotels, and people from all over Jamaica went to work in those hotels, and then they found a way informally to settle. And so you have a lot of people working in the tourism industry who don't have any formal, settled, regularized housing. And so we're going to address that using some resources, again, from the Tourism Enhancement Fund, from the government central budget, and from the NHD, to start to help those persons who may be working in the industry but whose income isn't enough to get them into a housing solution. So I'm very proud of this program, And the reason why I'm proud of it, there have been programs like this before, but none of them have lasted this long. None of them have shown the endurance. None of them has had the commitment of the government's budget year after year after year. And what is important is that we have spent the time to design the project to over time. Can't do it all at once, but you will see that every week I'm doing this. Every week I'm doing 5, 6, 7. I soon gone up to doing 10 and 15. So the program is developing capacity. Now, you know, as I say in Jamaica, everywhere you turn, Makajuki.
Yes.
You spend the time, you design the program well, then criticize.
Yes.
Then find something to say when I go something. Right? We are the ones who pointed out the 6,000 households. And we are going to put in place a program to deal with it. All that have faith that this is going to be done. Then criticize, Lord, it's not going to take long. Well, before there was nothing. Now at least you see that the program is delivering step by step. Because no matter if everywhere you turn Makajukyo, always remember 1-1 Coco.
Full basket.
Alright. So my point is well made too. So we no matter the naysayers. What we are focused on is filling that basket with hope where there was none before. And see the evidence of the things you work for here? You see the evidence? That is called the substance of faith. So you can have faith in the government, that the government will deliver. Right? Good. So before we hand this house over to the deserving beneficiary, Ms. Jennifer Phillips and her family, her lovely daughters, I have a few requirements that we expect will be fulfilled to protect the public funds which are used to build this house. And those requirements are in a document called the social contract. So the social contract says, right, Ms. Jennifer, that you're going to maintain the house in the state of repair that you receive it. Your daughter can speak on your behalf. Is that the case? Secondly, that you're going to live in the house. You're not going to rent it out or do anything like that. This is where you're going to live. Yes? That if further fortune were to smile on you and you won the lottery, for example, and you decide to go 1 story up, before you do any modification or alterations to the structure, you must first get in touch with the new social housing program, because the house is built on a specific foundation using a specific building system, and you don't want to interfere with it without knowing the engineering that would be necessary to keep the house structure integrous. And then anything you're going to do in this house must be legal. Legal light and legal water. Agreed? All right. And then the most important thing is that you and your family will continue to be positive, participating, and upstanding citizens of the community. It would be a real tragedy if you got this house and then turned out to be a plague on the community. Right? So you must continue to be a symbol of hope. But every time people pass here, they're going to say, you know what? Them deserve it, me deserve it too, and I'm sure mine is going to go. Rather than pass and say, you see, them people never deserve it, and then they me. And that is, so you have to maintain this positive attitude towards the community. All right, so the clouds have covered the sun a bit. Give me a little bit of relief. So we can now sign the social contract. Are you able to sign? Sign here, and it will be witnessed by your member. So, here's a Right. The deed is done. You can stand up. No, stay where you are. You're just going to hold on to this. Yes, that's it. Very good. Congratulations. The house is now yours.
Daughters, come forward for me. Yes, right there. Yes.
Congratulations. All right, good. All right, so let's cut the ribbon now.
Sorry, excuse me. Can I move that?
Come cousin.
Yeah, man. No, them are old.
You want the scissors?
Pull up the thing, man.
Well, this
Come on. Let's go to this one before this goes. Everybody's ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Ready? All right. Ready?
Yes.
There you go.
I beg you, pull it there. You can't talk, brother.
Of course. It's just normally cost $5,000, but for you, I give you for free.
Okay.
We're the nurse. All right, we have to
Hold on.
Step back from me, please. Step back from me.
We're the nurse. Well, you have to thank your member of parliament and your councillor who are so observant of the needs of their constituency. It is these small things that help to improve the quality of life. Can you imagine, you're going to the health center, you're not feeling well, and there is no wheelchair to help to escort you in. And these are just some of the small challenges that your elected representatives can assist with, and I'm very happy to see that the councillor and your member of parliament doing your part.
Well, I am not going to speak after the Prime Minister. He has spoken. My only regret today is that he's not spending 48 hours with us. That's my only regret. We have so much to show you.
Well, make use of the seats.
Mr. Downey will feel good to see the Prime Minister and over the house, you know?
Yes.
And thing, and the sister is a part of the moment.
Hey,
everything.
tell you something. You see, today, this day and this day, me ever forget God thanks first. You understand me? And through his servant, because the Prime Minister is a servant of the Lord, you know? And he has come through. Just look at this momentous task that has come through the Prime Minister. Looking at the people of Whitehall, we're in a rural parish, you know, and look what is happening there. Do you saw the house? Oh, it look to you.
Look
beautiful.
good, man. You look good.
My God, man, this is prosperity all over. So we just want to say to the residents, you know, that it was handover to take care, and cause it's a blessing, and it's a blessings from God.
All right, sir.
Blessings all there. Love you, St. Thomas. Love you, the most honorable Dr. Michael and Holness. Blessings to the deputy leader. Blessings to